We're going to finish over on BBC One and BBC iPlayer with a new drama series that drops as a box set on Saturday, the 21st of September. It's called Apples Never Fall, and here's a clip.
You've reached Joy Delaney. Leave a message and I'll call you back. Mailbox full. Goodbye.
Something bad has happened to Mom. I've left 5 messages. If she's not returning our calls or texts, it's because she can't.
Joy Delaney, mother 4, has gone missing.
Yes, so I'm a little bit obsessed with this. I watched the first episode and I'm rather hooked because I don't know what it is about this. It's not, it sounds awful, it's not particularly brilliant. I mean, it's not groundbreaking. It's kind of like a mystery that's being solved by family. But I don't know, it hooked me immediately. I suppose because, let's go back to the beginning. This is about a family. So the main couple is Stan and Joy Delaney. They are respected tennis coaches and you see them retiring and they seem on the surface to be a really happy family. They've got 4 grown-up children who all seem to adore them. They have family meals. They've got seemingly quite a lot of money, and they're just enjoying their retirement and having a lovely time. Except Joy goes missing, and the dad says, "Oh, she's just at the mall," just kind of passes it off, and then one of the sons can see from her bank account that actually no money's been spent for, I think it was 48 hours, and certainly not in the mall, and the other children don't want to believe it. It's all kind of quite light-hearted and silly, but whilst they do seem to have it all and they do seem to be this happiest family, what's lurking beneath? And it got me thinking, because so many families are like this, aren't they? And in the era of social media, where you kind of have the edited highlights on people's Instagram or Facebook or whatever your choice is, the reality of what's going on behind closed doors is often very, very different. And I suppose that's what's intrigued me about this, because it's kind of, this is in real time on the screen, and actually this is something quite different. So the husband, Stan, who's played by Sam Neill, Joy's played by Annette Bening, is sort of the number one suspect, really. And their children really take on the job to kind of do some digging. But, you know, unfortunately with 4 children, you're unlikely to all think the same way, so you can kind of imagine what happens. As you know, they think differently. It causes, you know, once upon a time they were all very close. You know, can that really last? And you learn things about the dad that you perhaps didn't know before, because it was the mum that did all the talking. She seemed to be the sort of pressure cooker to a degree, but again, behind closed doors, what was it really like? To the outside world, one thing; inside, perhaps something else. So I find it quite fascinating. It's a little bit of jumping to and from at the beginning, but I don't usually like that, but in this I didn't mind it at all. And as I say, this is one I am going to binge watch, because I want to know what's gone on. And there's just something, it's quite glamorous, it's set in a beautiful place, and yeah, it's just I couldn't get myself off the sofa, I'm not gonna lie. What do you think, Ian?
It's not dissimilar to Perfect Couple, the Nicole Kidman series, which we talked about recently. That's on Netflix, which started with a body being discovered and then flashes back to kind of uncover all the dynamics of a wealthy family. And as you say, in this case, it starts with a disappearance. In fact, it's quite funny because you see Annette Bening cycling along, and the next thing you know, her bicycle's in the road and all these apples have fallen onto the road. Do you see what they've done there? It's sort of trashy, but it is well done. It's glossy and it's got star power. I mean, it's interesting to see Sam Neill being cast against type, because he's a pretty nasty individual in this. He's an ex-tennis pro. And you see this family dinner in episode 1, and it's, you know, he's just being really horrible to his kids. He's vile, and he's really like competitive dad. He still wants to beat them all at tennis. Bening is great. as the mum, who's sort of they're both retiring because they're giving up their tennis academy, and like she doesn't really know what life has to offer. And then there's a sort of cuckoo in the nest, this young woman who knocks on their door in the middle of the night and has apparently been sort of abused by her partner, and Benning kind of takes her under her wing. One of the kids is one of my favourites, Alison Brie. Oh, she's fantastic. And of course, she was in Glow, the female wrestling drama series, which if you haven't seen, you must watch it. It's on Netflix and it's brilliant. It's actually based on a book by the woman who wrote Big Little Lies, okay? And it's clearly trying to be a second Big Little Lies. It's not as good, but I think it's got enough about it. I mean, you know, a lot of the dialogue's quite clunky and expositional, and you know, some of the characters are a little bit broad. But I think there's enough in it to make it an entertaining watch.